this practice. This practice is for those of us who don't have use of our wrists or arms, perhaps due to injury, or perhaps you don't have one or two arms. You can practice with arms if you'd like. If you know the poses, you can include the arms, but the focus will be practicing without the use of the arms. So no weight-bearing poses like downward facing dog or plank or on all fours. And this practice was prompted by a viewer who contacted me. Thank you, Rachel, for contacting me. Her arm was immobilized in a cast, so this practice was inspired by her. Thanks very much. So let's start standing, and take a moment to find a comfortable standing position and close down your eyes for a moment. Just feeling the ground beneath you, your toes connected to the earth, the outside edge of your feet and heels, inner arches lifted a little. And just follow energy from the earth up through the soles of your feet, up through your legs, past your knees, your thighs, into your pelvis and hips. And observe the energy rise up your spine from tailbone all the way to the crown. Feel that energy move down your neck into your shoulders and down your arms and fingers. Notice the breath moving in and out through your nostrils, smooth and even. Establish yourself in the present moment, noticing the little pause at the top of the inhalation and the pause at the bottom of the exhalation. Allowing the mind to quiet. To practice with compassion for yourself, with the knowledge that you are whole, perfect and good. Gently open the eyes. Let's practice standing cow-cat. So flexing our spine is a good way to prepare for the yoga practice. So keep your feet hip-width distance. Bend your knees. Inhale, let your shoulder blades slide down your back. Spread your sitting bones, opening the belly, gaze up. And exhale, gently draw the navel towards the spine and round the upper back and bow the head. Inhale, open out. And exhale, contract. Smooth, even breaths. To your spine, the movement coordinated with your breath. Expand the muscles. Let's practice one more. And lift back up to standing. Let's fold forward into Uttanasana. So feel free to bend your knees and fold forward. The feet still a hip-width distance, comfortable distance apart. Relax your neck, relax your face. Your shoulders, jaw released, eyes soft. Ground into your feet and inhale, let's roll back up. Taking your time, bone by bone. Vrksasana forward bend, releasing any tension in our shoulders and neck, releasing our back. Bending the knees helps to support our back. It's also good if you have tight hamstrings, or maybe just the type of body that you have, bending the knees is comfortable for this pose. Let's roll back up. Just enjoying the unfurling. Giving yourself permission to slow down one more. So perhaps the leg muscles are a bit more warmed up now. You can start to straighten them up if that's comfortable for your body. You might like to gently shake and nod the head. Releasing any holding in the neck. And let's ground into the feet. And roll back up. Nice. So let's start at the top of the mat, standing nice and tall. And let's step our left leg back into crescent lunge or high lunge. So onto the ball of the back foot. So you can move the back foot further back as far as it's comfortable for you. Gently lifting the left thigh. You can imagine there's a line between your legs and you're hugging your legs into that midline, and that will help to activate your core. The tailbone will move down and under just a little. The pubic bone will move back. The lower ribs will be gently pulled back. Let's lower down to the knee, so engaging your core as you come down with integrity. And let's turn the left lower leg in 1/4, so now that our hips are facing the long end of the mat. If you have your arms available, you can stretch them out, or you can leave them at your hips. So we'll move into a variation of side angle pose. So if available, place your right elbow onto your right thigh and gently turn your chest towards the sky. So you're rotating your right ribs to the left, keeping the back of the neck in line with your spine. Pressing down firmly into your right foot, the knee stacked above your ankle. And let's come back up. Inhale to initiate the lift. Straighten out your right leg. And let's practice gate pose or Parighasana. So we're going to lift up from our hips with a side bend to the right. And if available, rest your right hand on your leg. And we can again gently revolve the chest to the sky, gently turning to look up, if that's okay for your neck. Modify the practice to suit your body. Maintain steadiness and ease in your practice. Feel a lovely side opening on the left. So let's come back up. And come back to our lunge. So turning the left lower leg back out. Gently sliding the left knee back if that's comfortable for you. And let's move into a twist here. So we can take the arm over to the left arm over to the right thigh if available. Lengthen up your spine, and with the exhalation start to twist round to the right. Pressing down firmly into your right foot and toes. With your exhalation, untwist. So we'll come back up to our high lunge now. So curling the back toes under, engaging your core, and let's lift back up. So from here, let's start to fold forward the belly to the thigh pose. So gently lift out from your hips, open your heart to the sky for a little back bend. And with your exhalation, start to fold over your right thigh. I invite you to continue to engage your core, so rather than just letting the belly rest onto the thigh, keeping a diagonal line and keeping a lift in your lower belly. Gently pulling back on the right hip. And from here, let's lift back up and transfer the weight to your right leg for Warrior 3. So transferring the weight and lifting the left leg. So we can keep our hands on our hips. Lifting as far as is comfortable for you. You may just be on a diagonal here rather than horizontal to the floor. That's okay, you're still in a balance. And let's come back to standing at the top of the mat. Feel free to give your body a shake. So let's take that to the other side now. So step your right leg back for the high lunge onto the toes of the back foot. Gently lifting the right thigh. And you can gently move your toes back to as far as it's comfortable for you, keeping the left knee stacked above your ankle. So let's lower down, engaging your core here, lowering down with integrity. So we're going to turn the right lower leg in 1/4. So for a variation of side angle pose, we can take our left elbow to thigh and start to revolve the left ribs towards the right, so turning our chest to the sky. Pressing down into your left foot, checking in that you've stacked your knee above your ankle. Check in with your neck that you can still move your neck easily, a soft base. And let's come back up, straighten out the left leg and ground it. Parighasana. So we're going to lift out from the hips and side bend, bending towards the left, towards the straight leg. And we can gently revolve the chest again. Turning to look up, keeping the back of the neck in line with the spine. If that's uncomfortable for your neck, you can look straight ahead, look down at your left foot. Find ease in your practice. Just notice that lovely opening down the right side of your body. And let's come back up. Turning back to our lunge, turning the right lower leg back out. The low lunge twist now. So we're taking the right arm to the left thigh. Start to turn the navel and chest to the left. Breathing. Complete breaths, even breaths. To our high lunge, hugging into the midline. Let's lift back up. So the belly to thigh pose. You can adjust your back foot if you need. So let's lift out from the hips and open our heart for a little back bend. And with your exhalation to initiate the forward bend, let's start to fold forward. And keep activating your core, lifting the lower belly up. So your body's on a diagonal. We're not resting completely on our thigh. And with the next inhalation, let's lift up to high lunge and transfer into Warrior 3. So transferring the weight to your left leg, lift the right leg up. If your arms are available, you can take them out to the side to help you balance. focus point to help you balance. And let's come back up to Tadasana. Lovely. So let's step the left leg back for Parvottanasana, or intense side stretch. Squaring your hips to the short end of the mat. So your right hip's gently pull back, left hip forward, really grounding the left heel. And we're going to again lift out from our hips and do a little standing back bend, gazing up at the sky, beautiful sky. And let's start to fold, letting the heart lead the way. You might just be happy halfway here, or you could go a little bit further if that's available to you, and bow the head, relax the neck. And with your inhalation, let's come back up with awareness, present moment awareness. Step forward for tree pose, so stepping onto your right leg and bring your left foot either to your ankle or inside of your calf, or if you can lift your left foot, you can place the foot to the inside of your thigh or turned out at the groin. Standing tall and balanced in Vrksasana, tree pose. And from here, release your left foot and step back to high lunge. So if we're facing the short end of our mat, we can transition smoothly back to high lunge. Hugging into the midline, the tailbone down and under, so you're creating a lot of space at your lower back. And let's spin and ground the left foot for warrior two. And you can walk that back foot out to a wider stance for this pose. Just checking that your right knee is in line with your ankle. So the knee is sort of tracking towards the third toe or thereabouts, rather than having the foot turned in or turned out. Just check that you've got that firm foundation with both feet. So then nice wide hips here. You can go a little bit deeper if you want to with your exhalation. And with your next inhalation, let's straighten the right leg. We'll move into Vrksasana, triangle pose. Lengthening your spine, tilting the hips, tilting the upper body to the right, keeping a nice broad chest. If you like to, you can turn to look up. Really grounded through both feet. The left thigh gently pulling back. With the next inhalation, press into your feet and lift back up, engaging your core. Reverse warrior, dancing warrior. Bending the right knee again. Lift out from your hips. So we're going to create a nice opening down our right side. You can turn to look up, just naturally faces the sky when we move into this pose. You can let your left hand drape down your leg if that's available. And with the inhalation, let's come back up to warrior two. Inhale, straightening up and turning the right foot in. Let's do a wide angle forward bend, Parvottanasana. So let's lift out from the hips, little standing back bends, open the heart, really enliven your whole being. The exhalation, let's fold forward. grounding into the feet. Relax your neck, relax your face and head. So letting go of anything that's not serving your higher good. Releasing any fears or doubts, any frustration. Breathe in contentment, santosha. Breathe in compassion. Breathe in love and forgiveness. Ground into the feet and let's lift back up, engaging the core muscles. Nice. So let's turn to the other side. So turning the feet. So we're ready for Parvottanasana. We're just going to face the other end of the mat. So our left leg is in front now, squaring our hips to the short end of the mat. So our right hip gently pressing forward, left hip back, really grounding into our feet. Little back bend, lifting out from your hips. On the exhalation, let's start to fold over the left leg. You might like to stop part way. If it's available, you can go a little bit further, just check in with your body. So observing the sensations of the body as you take the pose, where you're feeling the stretch and opening, where you're feeling the energy moving in your body. Into the feet and inhale, lift back up. And let's come into tree pose to the other side. So we're going to balance on the left leg this time. Turning the right foot out, the right knee out. Placing the foot to the inside of your calf or your ankle. And if you can lift the foot up. Press into your thigh. Standing tall in tree pose, grounded into the earth with your left foot and lifting up through the crown of your head. Let's transition into high lunge, stepping our right leg back. So stepping that right foot back into high lunge. And let's spin and ground the right foot for warrior two. So adjusting your back foot so you've got a wider stance. And sinking vertically. Just checking that your pelvis is not tilt one way. To square off your pelvis. So the left knee is aligned with your ankle, and the knee is tracking towards the third toe or thereabouts. Just making sure that your foot's not turned out or in. The back leg really strong. And feel the outside edge of your right foot. Let's straighten the left leg. Now let's tilt the pelvis, lowering the left hip, and lifting the right. Vrksasana. Gently turning the chest towards the sky. It won't be such a big movement turning the chest to the sky in Vrksasana, but you can feel the revolving happening, the spinning, opening, the peeling back the right shoulder. And gently pull back the right thigh. lift up, engaging your core. Left knee bent, reverse warrior or dancing warrior. Lifting up from your crown, lifting up from your hip. If you can release your right hand down your leg. Gazing upwards with optimism to gain a new perspective. Pausing to smile. So with your inhalation, let's come back up. Exhale, warrior two. Let's straighten the leg. Turning the foot in. Prasarita Parvottanasana again. So lifting up from your hips and opening your heart to the sky. Exhale, folding forward. Lifting the belly back. Gently bringing the weight forward a little into the front of the feet. Relax the neck. Again, if you like to gently shake and nod the head. Releasing any tension in the neck. And let's come back up. Inhale to initiate the lift. And let's walk the feet in a little for horse pose. So keeping the upper body upright, let's start to sink the tailbone down. Bending the knees in the direction of the toes, stacking them above the ankles. Just pausing here, finding your sweet spot. Just gazing at a point in front of you with a soft face, a soft gaze, tuning into your breath. All is well. Inhalation, let's lift back up. Bring the feet a bit closer. Let's make our way down to the mat by doing some gradual squats. So with the exhalation, let's squat to about where we were before. And then the second one going a little bit more deep, adjusting your feet. Coming back up. Third one all the way down for Malasana, Yogi Squat. Bring your hands together if that's available for you. Heart open, letting the hips drop. And let's release. Take our knees to the floor and do a variation of camel pose. So we can take our hands to our hips, or if you have your arm in your sling, you'll have it in front. So just going to gently lift out from the hips and press the hips forward, scoop the tailbone under, little back bend. Your arms available, you can drop the arms down so you're in camel pose, so taking the hands to the heels, or you can keep your hands at your lower back. Let's lift back up. Nice. Sitting back in Vrksasana on your heels, just taking a moment to be present, to absorb the practice. Let's move into Malasana. So we're balancing on our bottom, lifting the shins up. You can stay here if you like, or you can straighten your legs. You can reach out the arms if that's suitable. balancing on the bottom. Perhaps straightening your legs. Perhaps reaching out the arms. It's a great pose to improve posture. And let's release. Relaxing in Vrksasana. One more Malasana. Feel free to come out early if you need to. The corners of your mouth reach up to your ears. Soften your gaze. And let's release. Relaxing in Vrksasana. Gently open the eyes. Let's move into a forward bend. So Vrksasana, widening the legs. Gently pushing through the heels and flexing back the toes. Lift out from the hips and let's start to fold forward. I invite you to bow the head. Relax. And your heart rate slow. Your muscles expand. Your back. Feel the energy along your legs into your hips. Be aware of your glorious breath. Up slowly. Bring the legs together. And let's come down onto the back. Let's do 3 bridge poses, Uttanasana. So walking your feet up towards your bottom, the feet hip width apart. Press into your feet and curl your tailbone up. Lift your hips off the mat. Just keeping the back of the neck nice and long. Practice lower abdominal breathing. So as you inhale, the belly rises, so you're activating the lower lobes of your lungs. And as you exhale, the belly deflates. With your next exhalation, let's slow it down little by little. Resting at the bottom. Let's do that twice more. Press into the feet and lift the hips off the mat. Lowering the chin towards the chest comfortably. Exhalation to initiate the lowering down, rest at the bottom. One more, press into the feet and lift your hips. Energize the front of your body. Let's lower down little by little. So let's lift the feet a little bit wider and let the legs fall to the left. And if you like, to, you can place your left foot on top of your right thigh. Just encourage that right knee down. I invite you to turn to look over your right shoulder. You can close down your eyes for this pose. Really taking your awareness inwards and relaxing parts of the body that feel tight, still holding. Communicates with sensations, with feelings. Really tune into that in your yoga practice. It's when we're really doing our yoga, when we're connecting with the subtle feedback of the body. Let's release the left foot from the thigh. Inhale, lifting the legs back up and taking the knees over to the other side, to the right side. If you'd like to, you can place the right foot on top of the left thigh. And gently turn your head to look out over the left side and close down your eyes. And heighten your awareness to the sensations in your body. Thoughts come and go and not attaching to them. Being the neutral observer to your thoughts. Let's release the right foot off the thigh. Inhale, bring the knees back up. Lengthen the legs along the mat for Shavasana, relaxation. Making sure that you're really comfortable. And if lying on your back is not suitable right now, you could take a moment to meditate in a seated position. Another modification that might enhance your comfort is to bend your knees, bring your tailbone forward, and that helps to support your lower back. Making any little adjustments so you can be still for the next couple of minutes. Allowing the body to absorb the practice. Relaxing your body, so face and eyes, jaw relaxed. Relax neck, relax shoulders. Arm muscles softened, elbows, wrists and fingers loosened. Feel your shoulder blades against the earth. Feel the muscles of the back relax, soften and expand with each breath. Feel your buttocks against the earth. Feel your hips move down towards the earth. Soften the muscles of your thighs and calves. Loosen your knees, ankles and toes. Whole body relaxed. Whole body relaxed. Whole body relaxed. and relaxation. Ensure that you're fully rested. But if you're ready to come out now, send some movement into your body. Take some deeper breaths. Bend the knees, roll onto one side and make your way up to a seated position. Observing how you feel after your practice. Give yourself thanks for this time to take care of yourself, to listen to yourself, to be kind to yourself. Let's seal the practice with the sound of Om and Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Hi. Shanti means peace in Sanskrit. Take an inhalation from your lower belly.